the greater Khingan Mountains. Here, winter lasts 8 months. And for 3 decades, this man has known every trail, every frozen stream, every shadow in this forest. The hunter called the dog Tibetan Mastiff Dog. In the Evenki language, it means night stone. He had raised her from a pup. In 11 years of solitude, she was his only constant companion. Tibetan Mastiff Dog did not bark. She did not attack. She lay down in the snow in front of the trapped cub as though she were standing guard.
I'm fine.
The hunter named it Huzi, Tiger Son. He wrote it down in his notebook beside the date, the weight, the wound measurements. He kept records, old habits. The ranger came every 6 weeks to check trap licenses and quotas. The hunter had always passed the inspection without issue. This visit, his hands were steady. He had removed the traps 3 days earlier. Inside the crate, Huzi was absolutely still, as though he understood, as though he had been taught silence by someone who needed it. The ranger asked why he had taken down so many of his trap lines. The hunter said his knees were giving him trouble. The ranger nodded. He accepted it. Some truths hide behind better truths. In 3 weeks, Huzi had grown 4 centimeters at the shoulder and gained nearly 2 kilograms. The cabin was getting smaller, and there was something the cub's gaze that had begun to reach past the room, toward the window, toward the forest. The hunter had known this moment was coming from the first day. A tiger cannot live in a cabin. A man cannot keep what does not belong to him. These were facts, and facts had never felt so cruel. The hunter's son's name was Mingi. He had driven 6 hours on winter roads. He had expected to find his father in trouble. He had not expected this. The son had grown up in this forest. He had never been this close to anything wild and free in his life. He would think about those few seconds for years afterward. "847 days after the release, the GPS collar transmitted its last signal before the battery failed. The final recorded location was 41 kilometers from where they had released it, deep in the core habitat zone. The reserve confirmed. It was alive, healthy, and unhabituated to humans. He wrote that in his notebook in 2 languages. The camera was checked on a Tuesday in July, 2 years and 4 months after the release. The warden sent the image to the hunter that evening with a message that said only, "Still here." He looked at the scar on the paw for a long time. Then he opened his notebook to a blank page and wrote nothing. He didn't need to.